and your email marketing, right? This is your business. This is your secretary. I'm the type of person where I have to dumb it down for me to understand stuff. When I was in paramedic school, I had to literally dumb it down so that I could understand it to the point that I could teach it, and then I could take and teach it in a more advanced way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So to dumb something down, I had to take different routes. I do have a learning disability in a sense, and that is, I have to learn stuff to the point that I can teach it. And the only way that I can do that is if I break it all the way down to nothing and I build it back up myself. And then I'm able to take and grasp the concept. So the best way that I know how to tell you is that ClickFunnels is your business. Okay. That's your automated sales system. Um, your email marketing is, of course, your digital store and your secretary as well. Because when you have, for example, when you have this down here, it says passively living, 751 people, that's 751 clients that are in my email, and I can promote to every single one of them. Let's imagine that the email marketing, once you get this list built up, is like your digital Walmart, and all those people within the Walmart, and you're in there and they're shopping around for all these different things that are in there. And you've got shelves and rows of all kinds of different items. This is where you make your money. This is where you take and you promote to. So if I wanted to, I could literally take and come to my email marketing, right? So Miss Shannon, you're going to learn this here in a little bit, but you see this create newsletter.
Uh-huh.
When you create a new newsletter, and this is in Zach Crawford's program, you'll actually see how to do this because he does a wonderful job of explaining it. I believe it's the first video in MCS on how to do this. And Melanie, this works for you as well when it comes to Freedom Breakthrough. So when you create the newsletter, you just create it. You want to make sure that your message is titled. So Zach and Jonathan both, they call these broadcast emails. So let's say I'm doing a Best Buy offer, right? If I just do a Best Buy offer, let me see if I can spell here. This right here, of course, is just for me to see. Okay. Now, if I want to send this out to, whomever, I've got these lists. If I want to send it to the MCS purchase people, or if I want to send it to the Passively Living Freedom Breakthrough 2.0 group, I can. Of course, I double check my email, how it's going out, how it's coming in, if they want to respond. Then my subject line, of course, is for the receiver to actually, so I think somebody's trying to get in.
David, can I ask you a question too?
Yes, absolutely.
How do you set them up to be in different groups? So, because I don't know. I have a very small list, and I don't know how to, like, if I'm going to have two groups, I don't know how to put them in two groups.
Okay, so that is just by creating another list. That is literally just you making another list. And then you can copy within. So if I'm in, for example, if I was to take and be in this list right here, the Freedom Breakthrough 2.0 list, and I see all my contacts in it, then I can literally just right click on them. And I can move them to the new list. So for example, if I have people that have already bought an item or something thereof, or whatever the case is, however you decide you want to list your members is how you're going to do that. So you just create a list. Like for example, you see how this says MCS purchase. So those are, Shannon, you're in that list right there. And then, you got Facebook 2.0 post purchase. Melanie, you're in that one. So I can take and get my original list that I've had, and I can take and just click on them and move them to the other lists. It's the same way and works as Google. But so this subject line right here, let's say the subject line is Samsung TVs, 65-inch, on sale, right? Now, if I come down here, I can take in to the recipients who I want to add to the list. So if I click add, then I can take and add everybody from every single list, or I can take and add just the, this group right here. And that's going to add 379 people to that who is going to receive that email. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we get down here, you're going to design and your content. When you design your email, this is you actually just sending an email or an offer or something thereof. When you design the email and you come here, I always use the blank templates. It's the easiest. You can choose to use Shannon, for example. I know you're very fabulous with your content, so you can choose any one of these if you want to. But I typically use a blank template, and I just go here. Okay.
Okay.
So when I get here, this is where I do a little bit differently, and I kind of lean towards Zach Crawford's way of doing it. This point right here, I can, you see how when I click on it,
yeah,
it shows that logo and it's got the solid line all the way around it.
Mm-hmm.
I go to off and off. Now, only thing I have is this. Now, if for some reason you don't like it and you want it back, just go hit the back arrow and go back. Okay.
Okay.
Now, when I'm here, if I click on it, I can take and drag whatever I want to. Text image is typically what I use, and you just drag it over here and you design your message. Okay. So if I just do, hey, this is how I usually do it, as I put name in here. Okay. Now, when I get down here, it's just a simple how's, I'm not going to be punctual or, proper with this.
Yeah.
How's it going? Would you like an offer from Best Buy, for example? And they have, the Samsung TV. Okay. TV, 65-inch, $1,000, right? So if I have a link that is for my promotional offer from Best Buy in reference to the Samsung televisions, then what I would do is I would highlight this whole thing right here. And you see how that just popped up, that blue link? Okay, so that is actually inserting the link. And when you insert that link, you just put the link in here, and that's how you get the link to go in. So if I put,
oh wow, okay, because I could never figure it out.
Samsung TV link.
So great,
okay?
Thank you.
So I can do that, and I hit insert, and if you notice, when I click off of it, now it's blue.
Okay.
Okay. So if I don't, let's say I put the wrong link in, I say, oh crap, damn, why did I do that? I can literally highlight this again. You see how this link actually popped up? It's got the cross through it. I can remove the link. And now it's back to black and white. And then you see how both of them are unhighlighted?
Yeah.
As soon as I highlight it, I can put the link in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now we are sending multiple emails out. As you saw with that list, I was sending 379 emails, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how are you supposed to take and go through and name everybody in that email? It's this right here. See the parentheses and names? I always start when I'm doing an email that I'm drawing up myself. I always say, hey, name, and then I go through it and everything else. I put everything in the email all the way down. But then I come back here and I click on highlight. Well, let me get it right on there. I highlight that all the way from the outside of the parentheses to the outside of the parentheses. You see this little figure right here?
Yeah.
When you click on it, and guess what?
Name. First name.
There it is. I just go to name.
Oh, yeah, name.
It addresses them by the first name. It makes it personal.
Okay.
So now what the whole program does is it says everybody that this email is going to, I want you to address the recipients by their first name. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys all have, and this is the main thing that Amanda and I are trying to teach you, is that you are an individual. Melanie, you were different than Shannon. Shannon, you were different than Melanie. You guys have your own brand, your own Amy's. There we go. Hi, Amy. Good morning. So when you actually take and draw up these emails, you have the ability to take and copy and paste your emails from Jonathan Montoya or Zach Crawford. But you know, the truth of it is to see which one actually matches with you. Use it as a guidance to where you can actually take and you know, draw up your own email with your own personality. So let's say I was done with the email and, you know, I got all my links involved and I'm done, right? I can now go back through and everything in here is edited by this program. The one thing I would recommend, and that was taught to me, the greatest thing you can possibly do, easy reading. You want to change that format to 16. Always remember 16. See how much easier that is to read?
Yeah.
When you have a long email and as long as you have the spacing, so I do a lot of spacing, my letters, you know, which one is, yeah. So I do bigger letters and numbers, and then you can take and do anything here. You can highlight this, you can bold, you know, you can do everything in here that you can with your email.
For the spacing, how much spacing is it? Just like each paragraph, or what do you recommend?
Yeah, so every time you make a short point,
Okay.
you know, I click down like that.
Okay.
You know, it just depends on what you have, you know, what you're doing, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the people that do these letters, like they like to do a space between each line just so that people read it better.
You're exactly right. Admit, I'm still getting more people in. Amy's here and Laureen's here. Good morning, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
So
Justin is in the Zoom. He's doing. No, I want to let him know you're here, David. This is Justin. He's doing. Yeah, he's doing day. He did day 3. He's starting out. So I asked him if he could be in here. I told Amanda that he was gonna.
Okay. So that's Laureen and Amy. I know you guys just got in here, but I'm gonna quickly reiterate what I said, and
Morning.
we're gonna take and move on. You'll be able to have access to the recording. This is just basically how to take and set up an email, how to broadcast an email, so on and so forth with GetResponse, so that you can understand that. I'll go through it real quick. With your blank, when you guys are designing your stuff, let's see, who's actually doing the automation right now?
No one.
No one.
That's the point of today, is that we are gonna take them from the ClickFunnels to put their affiliate links in.
Okay. So
and then all they have to do is customize it to them, but you show them how to go through step by step the process, or both.
Okay.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi. I'm trying to get kids settled in myself. I've got my iPad. Do you want me to get on it or try to get behind you?
Just whatever works. So this is ClickFunnels. You guys all have ClickFunnels. Ignore the different funnels that I have. At this present moment in time, you should have one. ClickFunnels is something that you can play around with. This is where we actually tell you to go play around with it, learn it, Google it now. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there that where you can actually take and learn this just simply from Google and how-tos on Google or on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
Here.
Right now, Melanie, Shannon, Maureen, and Amy.
Okay.
So this right here this is, like I said, your business. When you come over here, your name is over here, you come all the way over, click